Okay. So y'all know how earlier I posted in the team chat that I was saying bump preferred customers up to ambassadors. So it goes against everything that we have been taught as an ambassador. You want to keep your preferred customers, because they give you PV, you make money. Well, Bridget, Angel, and a bunch of Jules, y'all probably saw, did that Jewel training in Atlanta, and they were told to do the opposite. Now, we did a team meeting last week with all the leaders on our Diamond Val Rockstar team, and we talked about this, and this is what they told us. So you see all these emeralds that rank really quickly, 8, 9, 10 months, they rank emerald, and we're like, how? What are we doing wrong that they're doing right? What they're doing is they sign a preferred customer. After the first month, they bump them to be a wholesale ambassador. They don't say you have to work the business. They just tell them, hey, here's a great opportunity to get your products at wholesale price. They add them to the team page, and that's it. Not their team chat, just the one team page, whichever, if you wanted to do my page, your own page, or the Diamond Val Rockstar page, where they can see that the potential in the business. We already know that if they're a preferred customer, more than likely, usually 100%, that they're going to stay consistent and order the products every month. So let's say you have 5 preferred customers and you have 700 PV. Let's just say my math might be off, but whatever. 700 PV. Well, that's 5 potential ambassadors that you have right there. So you want to cycle them out. You want to start them off preferred and then bump them to ambassador. So that's how these people are ranking, because they might get 1 month 50 new ambassadors because everybody's switching their preferred customers to wholesale ambassadors. So it does go against everything that we were taught to keep your preferred customers. If they don't want to sell, they don't want to sell. We don't want a wholesale ambassador because they don't make us no money. But we kind of lose them if we leave them as a customer because they never see the potential in being an ambassador. They just already get the discount, it don't matter. But the only stipulation is if they only order like Slim or Pro Bio 5 or something like that, then of course don't sign them up as a wholesale ambassador because they're not going to hit the 100 PV that they're supposed to have every month. But so that's where they did that. Bridget, I talked to her today. She is going to make a video tonight and send it to me, and then I'm going to post it on both the chat and the team page, so y'all can. She'll break it down and actually explain it better than I'm explaining. At first, it didn't make sense to me, but then after I listened to them talk and they explained it, it's a awesome concept because heck, you can rank in 2 months if you have 5 customers each month and you do them. You can keep ranking, and then a lot of these ambassadors, like Bridget, when she signed up to be a wholesale ambassador, and now she's an emerald. Cheryl Sawyer signed up to be a wholesale ambassador. She did not want the business, and then she saw the potential, and now she's almost emerald. She should be going to emerald this month or next month. So being a wholesale ambassador was always ooh, the crimson letter was on them, don't do that. But now we're seeing that these people are ranking in the company because they're turning it around. You know what I mean? So that's one thing I wanted to tell y'all. If y'all have any questions, unmute your line and ask me about that, and I'll answer them because I know that's something new. Anybody?
So what happens when they drop back down to an ambassador? I mean, what if they don't sell anything? What does that do? Just nothing? I mean, other than their own purchases?
They'll give you pay points. And which, you need pay points. After silver, you have to have pay points to rank. So they're going to give you those pay points to rank. Other than that, that's about it. But they were saying, look through your downline, through your team. And people on your team have over 500 PV every month. They have consistent preferred customers. So if you have someone on your team who has 1,000 PV every month, they've got multiple preferred customers that you could turn them into ambassadors. And who's to say that any of them sign up, don't sign 10 more people up? You know what I mean? So you might have your rock star in that. They don't really benefit you except for buying a welcome kit and giving you the the points. Unless they start selling, then they can benefit you. But starting off, some of them won't, but that's why we say add them to one page, because when they see that you're adding new people and that we find out about convention and all that, they're going to say, oh, there's potential in this, and this doesn't seem that hard. And then they get excited to know there are different products than what they're taking. Because most people, they might know that there's some products, but they don't really know what the rest of the product line is. They only know what they're taking. You know what I mean? So
right.
when she makes the video, she makes it sound so simple and easy. I'm making it sound hard, I can tell. It confused me at first, but it turns out to be a good concept because everybody's ultimate goal is to rank. Everybody wants to become a diamond ambassador. That's everybody's ultimate goal. But what if we sign all of our preferred customers up and your team started signing their preferred customers, and in 3 months you went emerald and you went to Hawaii and got a car and you're making $10,000 a month? You know, where we only see the small picture of, I need this money for this. We want to keep them, because I was like that. I don't want to sign them up. I need that PV. But then you start thinking, well, and every month you want to rank, and then you're thinking, oh, I don't have any more ambassadors. Well, there's your ambassadors right there. Your preferred customers make the best ambassadors because they're consistently taking the products.
So what happens if they just quit buying? If they just quit, what if they just quit and you lose them as an ambassador? I mean,
it's kind of the same thing as a preferred customer. They just turn their back office off and then that's it. So like if they're a preferred customer and they turn their auto ship off every month, you don't really lose anything. You just don't get their PV anymore. It's kind of the same thing with them being an ambassador. They just become a white line.
Okay.
You know, so it's scary because we want that PV, but we also want to rank and we want to build our teams. And, you know, we never know what kind of rock star is hiding behind a preferred customer. Most preferred customers will wind up talking to you. It might take them a while, but this is why you want to catch them at the first month, because after they've been doing a preferred customer for 3 months, then they already get the discount and they don't see it being necessary. They don't understand why they should switch over, and they're harder to switch over. So if you get them after their first month of being a preferred customer, let's say they order on the 1st of the month and you know their next auto shipment's going to go out on the 1st, message them on like the 25th and explain to them, hey, you can get your products actually cheaper being a wholesale ambassador. You don't have to sell, you know, you just get them at this, and explain to them. And then that's when you add them to the page. So then they see the potential without you having to tell them the potential.
Right.
Because most everybody wants their products as cheap as possible. So, I mean, that's a good selling point. You get it as cheap as possible. You're already buying products. So why not get it for wholesale pricing?
Right.
And then most people will wind up telling their friends and family that they already take the products. So when they see that they can get a discount, heck, they might sign up their mom and them to get product under them instead of sending them to someone else or to you. You know what I mean? So they might have 300, 400, 500 PV a month because they might have their mom and their sister and their best friend buying from them. They can see that they actually can get their own products for free. And then most people are like, oh, that's fine. I know 3 people that'll buy this for me, no doubt.
Right. It makes sense.
It does make sense, you know, because I was wondering, I was like, I must be doing something wrong as a leader if I'm not ranking, if y'all are not ranking like everybody else. And we kept asking different tools, like, explain to our team and tell us what we're doing wrong of why y'all's teams are skyrocketing and ours are kind of seeing, I mean, they're barely going, you know what I mean? And so that's what they told us. This is how they're ranking. They're flipping their preferred customers. It's like a house. You flip the house to make money. You flip the preferred customer to be an ambassador. Because, I mean, if they have their best friend, let's say their best friend, you don't tell them about selling or nothing. You just switch them to an ambassador, and their best friend sees, oh, I can do that. They'll say, well, just sign up as an ambassador like me and you get your products, and then you have another ambassador. So I don't know if some of y'all are on the Diamond Bound Rockstar page, some of y'all are not. I try not to add y'all to your phone and stuff is not going off all day. But if you are on there, there's a girl named Deanne Gilbert. She went to high school with me. She just signed up in January, and she's fixing a fast track gold, which means in her first month she signed 20 ambassadors. She signed 17 personally because she's not telling anybody about being a customer. She's telling them all about being an ambassador.
Well, that makes sense.
Mm-hmm. So
When did you say
you could go without telling them about being a customer if you want to. If they say, I need my products as cheap as possible, then you could say, here, be a wholesale ambassador. The only thing is I feel like that bites us in the butt a lot of times if they have not tried the products, because what if they do buy the products and they hate it?
They don't get that return.
Yeah,
right.
So that's why we say the first month be a preferred customer, then sign them up.
Okay.
Anybody else have any questions?
What did you say about the 25th day? Message them on the 25th day?
Yeah, so let's say that you're wanting to convert them over to be an ambassador after being a preferred customer. So I use the date of, let's say they signed up February 1st, or let's say March 1st. March 1st, they signed up to be a preferred customer. Well, their next shipment date is going to go out on the 1st of April. So you want to message them around the end of the month before their auto ship goes out and explain to them, hey, be a wholesale ambassador, convert them over, because then they still have time to delete their preferred order and switch them over without that order shipping out. Because once that order ships out, most people are not going to pay a week later for a welcome kit. So you can get them at that point.
Right.
Hey, look, buy this welcome kit. You're paying the same price that you're paying for one of your already products already, and then you get it a wholesale price from then on. And
that gave them a month to try the product and
yes,
and everything.
Yes.
Okay.
So if you know that they're going to consistently take the products every month, sign them up to do the wholesale, flip them to be a wholesale ambassador. And that would be great. And then I posted about the 7 going silver in 7-day challenge. We're just going to post that, and I'm going to copy from her page and post it to our page so we can have our own thing. And then I'm going to set up a private chat with the people that want to do that. They've had tremendous success, and it sounds so unobtainable, but that's where you do your preferred customers. So if you have 2 preferred customers and you already have 1 ambassador and you need to go silver, there you go. Convert those 2 and then that, and then you go silver. So it seems hard when you say going silver in 7 days, but it's really not. If you know that you have certain people, run a special. You can say, I'll pay $20 of your $34.95 or $35 or whatever it is, because when they buy that, but they have to buy a welcome kit. If they buy the welcome kit, you're already making a bonus back, so it's really not like you're spending any money. You're just not going to keep the money that you made off your welcome kit, the bonus. You'll just turn around and give that back to them. But you gain an ambassador, and you're going to gain money from then on. So the 7 days seems like a lot, but it's not. And Tamara, our diamond, she's doing one too. And so all the diamond uplines are trying to do stuff to build their teams. And they're starting to do different challenges to push us to try harder. Now, if you already are silver, you can go silver again in 7 days and still be entered in for the drawing. It's not for anybody who hasn't been. You can be silver or not be silver and do it again. What going silver again means, and I know Laura asked me this, when I say going silver again, you never lose your title of going silver. Just every time you sign 3 personal level 1 ambassadors, it's like you're going silver again. So we use that term, try to go silver every month. Try personally to sign 3 people. So that means like each month you're growing your team by 3 or more. It pushes you out of your comfort zone to message people that you don't know or that have been talking to you about being an ambassador. So you're not constantly focusing on your team adding people. You're being a leader yourself and trying to add people yourself. Anybody else? This has become my favorite night of the week. I love spending time with y'all. Okay, so I was racking my brain on what to talk about today because there's always so much that I could talk about. And I pulled out my notebook right here, and it says One Plexus. And this is the notebook that I got when I went to convention in Arizona. And one of the guest speakers was Troy Dooley, and he helped us come up with 8 pillars for your Plexus success. When I found this today, I thought this would be beneficial because it spoke to me. When I went to convention last year, I was a gold ambassador, which I'm still a gold ambassador because things happen. But I thought that this would be good for y'all because it gives you pillars of how to be successful. Now, I told them earlier, I'm recording this, so you don't have to write this down. It's being recorded, and then I'll upload it to the team page if you want these. But I'm going to start off with trust. Do you trust the products, the leaders, and yourself? Do you believe that your leaders are there to help you? Do you believe in the products? Do you believe that they work? And do you believe in yourself? When you have self-doubt, everybody has it, we're all human, but when you have that, it trickles down to your team. So if I'm constantly negative, I'm constantly complaining, if I'm constantly saying, I don't know what I'm doing wrong, I'm discouraged, it's going to make y'all discouraged because y'all are looking up to me as your leader. When you sign one ambassador, you're a leader. So you have an ambassador looking up to you to be their leader. They need to talk to you. They need to ask you questions. They need to, sometimes, we like to vent to each other. I don't post it on the team page, but my best friend Stephanie is my power partner. And when we both get discouraged, we message each other to lift each other up, because this is a business and it's also life. So things get in the way. And sometimes you take things personally, and sometimes you just feel defeated when something doesn't go your way. Like a customer tells you they're going to order and then they don't, or ambassador says they're going to sign up and they sign up with somebody else. It can get to you, but build belief in yourself that you can do this business, that if you put your mind to it and you try, you will succeed. It might not be overnight. It might take you a couple months. Sarah Marble is a diamond, and it took her 6 months to go silver, and now she's skyrocketed. You have to believe in yourself, though. All right. Plexus is on the ground level. We are starting out at the ground level. We're in the right place at the right time. And how I know this is like what Loria said. She did a bridal show this past weekend, and almost, let's say, how many was it? 9 times out of 10, most of those people had never even heard what Plexus is. I know that we seem to feel like everybody around here knows what Plexus is because we're all friends with the same people. So when you branch out to other states and other people that are not in your immediate area, they don't even know what Plexus is. So that's why we say Plexus is a ground level. We say Advocare. People that don't even know what weight loss, they see Advocare as what on a NASCAR car. They see it advertised at the Super Bowl. Like they've heard of it before. This Plexus is all by word of mouth because we are a debt-free company. We don't see the point in putting billboards and all that because it's not one-on-one. It's not personable. And we want to be personal with our customers and our ambassadors on our team. That's how we build a strong foundation. So just know that you're in the right place at the right time. Also, Plexus should be your freedom tower. This should be, make a column anywhere that you can see it and let yourself know that this can be freedom from debt, from financial strain, from health problems, from being lonely. This is a great company where you meet people where you're not lonely. You have other people to talk to. We interact. It's like a family. I tell y'all I love y'all because I do. I feel like y'all are my family. We get to know each other, and especially like at convention time and leaders retreat, when you go on vacation together, you get to learn each other. You get to spend time together. You get to make a family, and that's what I feel like we are. So we should be a tower to help each other, build each other up. Never try to tear someone down because you don't know what their struggle is in their business or personally. So know that this is your freedom from whatever you have in life, financial health, whatever. All right. Now let's start the first pillar. The first pillar is clarity. People trust a clear message. Have you truly crafted your purpose? Have you truly crafted what your why should be? What is your why for Plexus? Do you want to lose weight? Do you suffer from health issues? Do you want to pay off your student loans? Do you want to buy a vacation home or be financially set or retirement? Whatever it looks like, have you clearly thought what that is? If you haven't, I challenge you tomorrow, because I know it's late, tomorrow to figure out what your why is. I'm going to challenge each of you, and I can see who's on here. I want to challenge y'all, push you out of your comfort zone. Please make a why video and send it to me. This is way hard for a lot of people to make a video. I won't make you post it on Facebook unless you want to, but I want y'all to do your why video and then send it to me personally. I'll give y'all, what is tomorrow? Friday till Sunday night. Let's say till Sunday night to come up with your why and make a why video. When you do this, this will push you, one, out of your comfort zone, and two, it will help you see why you're doing this. Your why will change over your journey with Plexus. Everybody's does. It might start out for one reason, and then in 6 months it's something else. But you can look back on why you began. Keep them in your phone or on your computer, whatever it is, and watch it when you get discouraged. Let that be there for you to remember, this is why I did this. Because it's not easy all the time. It is hard. I've been doing this for 19 months now. Not every month is great. Not every day I want to post. Sometimes I get my feelings hurt by some people, in Plexus because I was talking to them and they signed up with somebody else. But I have to go back to, why did I do this? Do I believe in myself? Do I believe in the products? It goes back to the same thing. All right. Clear your expectations to your team. let your downline, which for some of you newbies, I don't know if you know what that is. Your downline is people that are on your team. So all of you are on my team, even though I didn't personally sign you, y'all are on my team. So when you start having a team, it starts breaking down, that's considered your downline. Let your team know what your expectations are for them. It's not that I'm going to make unrealistic expectations for y'all, but if I challenge y'all to do something, I'm going to do it myself because I never ask y'all to do anything that I would not do personally. So like a why video, I'll make a why video too, and I'll post it for y'all to see. Maybe as an example, since I know some of y'all are new. Are you totally clear on what you're doing daily? Do you have daily IPA challenges? What IPA means is income producing activities. What are you doing every day that helps further your business? Not every day you're going to get a customer, not every day you're going to get an ambassador, but when you set these roots down, it helps you to see what you're doing every day. You can change it up. But if you're just fly by night and you just do one thing one day, do something else the next day, you're never going to be consistent. So some days you might fall off and forget to post or follow up with your customers or follow up with your team. So, make sure you're doing that. And daily tasks lined up for your purpose. If your purpose is to go silver this month, write out how you're going to do that. Write out the daily steps that you need to do every day to sign 3 ambassadors or that 1 ambassador to push you over. Or if you're going gold, how many points do you need to go gold? How many ambassadors is that? How are you going to help your team help you achieve that? Are you personally going to sign those ambassadors? Or are you going to trickle it down to your team and help your team do that? So when you have these daily tasks set out, it helps it makes it go smoother, if y'all know what I'm talking about. All right. Anybody have any questions on the first pillar, or you want me to keep going? Keep going? What? Somebody? Okay. Second pillar is compassion. If your business isn't growing, is it your fault? I know that sounds harsh and it sounds horrible, but it's easy for us to blame everybody else. Well, I'm not growing because my team ain't doing nothing. And I'm not getting new ambassadors because everybody's taking them. Or no one's messaging me. Well, is that your fault? Are you being negative on Facebook? Or you don't even know if you're being negative. Go through your newsfeed. Are you posting negative things about politics? Are you downing one of your best friends? Are you posting provocative things on your Facebook with cuss words and things like that? You are a brand. You need to know that when you represent Plexus, it doesn't matter if it's a Plexus post or a personal post. Everybody's watching what you're doing. So is it your fault why you're not growing? Are you being more of it's about me and not caring about your team? It can be that. It can be, are you following up with your customers? Or are you waiting for them to follow up with you? It took me, when they said that, it hit me like a ton of bricks because I was thinking, oh, why isn't my team doing anything? Or I'm telling them what to do and they're not doing it. Well, I was being a bad leader because I was saying, y'all need to do this, you need to do that, and I wasn't doing it in return. So I was setting a bad example for y'all. So I knew that when I learned that I had to switch up everything that I was doing. Listen, don't talk. Ask questions to me, to other people on the team, to your preferred customers, to your potentials. Ask people questions and don't always feel like you have to answer. Let them talk to you. Let them say, I feel like this. This is why I don't want to take Plexus. This is why I'm scared to take this. And then answer them in a compassionate way. A lot of times we want to come off real informational, like, well, here, this, and this. But have compassion when they say, I've had PCOS and I've really suffered for a long time and I haven't been able to get pregnant. Of course, we know they need the triplex combo and we want to break it down for them, but be compassionate for them. Be like, I'm so sorry that you've had to go through this struggle. I'm a woman, I resonate with that. Or a man, I can understand where your husband's probably having a hard time, seeing you hurt like that. Be compassionate for other people. When you are compassionate for others, they feel like they can trust you. So that's another thing. Be compassionate to the people who leave Plexus. That's the hardest thing ever to do. When you have an ambassador and they quit, it pisses you off more than anything because you take it personally. You're like, why? And it don't even matter if it's your level 7 and you've never talked to them. You feel like, did I do something wrong? And then you want to retaliate by putting a shield up and be like, hey, be compassionate to them, message them, be like, I'm so sorry that you decided this wasn't for you. I'm always here if you need a friend. You know, make it where there's always an open door. Don't slam a door, because when you slam the door in someone's face, they're never going to come back. So, you know, be compassionate even for customers. Plexus does not work for everybody. We have a 93% success rate. The other 7%, it just doesn't do anything for them. They can try every product and it just doesn't work. So be compassionate for those people. When you're compassionate, they might try it again. But if you're like, you know, it works for everybody, I don't know about you, well, then they're gonna be like, well, I ain't doing that no more. So do that. Engage with your people and their life. So I try to do life with y'all. I like for y'all to come to Sip and Seas. I want to start having dinners maybe once a month. Us spending time together. You know, I'm going to go to up north to see Loria and her team. I want to invest in y'all's lives, and I feel like I want to set the example for y'all to do that with your teams. Because when you do life together, even with your own families and your own friends, you know, you click and you learn each other and you learn how each other works. You know, not everybody is, you know, the messenger, you can get really offended because you don't know how someone's coming off. You think they're being rude when they're not. So if you know these people and you live life with them, it's easier to do that. So hang on. All right, we got 10 minutes. All right, I'm gonna, okay. Third pillar, character. People who do what is right, not what's easy. This, like I've said, this business is not easy. It's not a fly-by-seat kind of way. Like, I'm going to sign an ambassador and I'm going to have 50 people in a week. It might happen, but majority of the time it don't. So, you know, do what's right. If you know that someone's come to you and they say, I've been talking to yada, yada, yada about Plexus, show character and say, you know what, I would love to help you and I would love for you to order from me, but since you've been talking to them, I want to recommend that you go back and sign with them because they have been talking to you. You know, it seems easier for us to do stuff like that because we want the customers, we want the ambassadors, but think in your mind, would you want someone to have the same respect for you if a customer comes to them and they know that they've been talking to you? Let's see. Who do you admire in Plexus? There's tons of people to admire in Plexus that are major, you know, that just have compassionate hearts and they really love people and they do fantastic things like the McCalls. I love them. I find them, you know, I admire them. I admire their wittiness and their compassion for others and just how silly they are and how they give to charity and they help other people in need because they feel like God bless them, so they want to bless others. If you admire someone in Plexus, or it don't even matter if it's in Plexus in life, you know, take some of their characteristics away and try to put that into your business to help you further your business with your customers and your ambassadors. Let's see. Your teams are going to judge you because of your character. As much as we don't want to say that, everybody judges everybody else. It's just in our nature. It's something that we are flawed with. But if I'm constantly, you know, being disgusting on Facebook and writing harsh things and all that, y'all are going to lose respect for me. You're not going to think, I don't want her as my leader. She's awful. Well, your customers feel the same way. So if they see that you're acting like that, they're not going to want to order from you. And it sounds like a catch-22, like why? Because they're just getting the products from me, but people want to feel like they can trust you. And when you act like that, they don't. So remember, everybody is watching you. It's just like Jesus. They're everywhere. People are watching you. It don't matter if you're at the grocery store, they're watching you. So if you say, I love Plexus, they see you at Kroger buying you a Mountain Dew, they're going to remember that. They're not going to say it to you. They're going to remember, I saw you getting that Mountain Dew there and drinking that. I mean, it's a fact of life. So just remember that people are watching you. Number 4, competency. Consistency, sorry. I wrote kind of cursive. Consistency, watch what goes on. Become a student of sales. Okay, what that means is study, buy books, MLM books, character books, things that are going to help you build your business. There's all kinds of like multi-level marketing books. I'm looking for mine and I don't see it, but hang on. I don't know where it is. I moved it somewhere. But, you know, be a millionaire in 4 years, things like that. It will help you learn how to be a multi-level marketing salesperson. Even though we say we're not selling these products, we still are salespeople because people buy from us, but we like to share the products with other people. You need a coach. You need someone to be mentored by. That doesn't necessarily mean that it has to be me. If you love how Bridget does something, and you want to sideline with her and talk to her, I don't mind. That kind of stuff, I never care. If you find someone on a different team, it might be in Arizona or California, and y'all are friends, they can be your coach. They can help you through this business because everybody has a life. And, the way that I do things might not be the way that you do things, but you find someone who does it like you. So, find someone that really pushes you to be the best that you're going to be. All right, the fifth pillar is commitment. If your heart isn't in it, don't let the door hit you in the butt. So if you don't care about Plexus, you shouldn't be doing this. If you don't care about people, you shouldn't be doing this. This business is about caring for other people. We're caring for people. We want to help them. We want to help them feel better or lose weight or be financially stable or whatever that looks like. So you need to be a caring person. If you feel like, I'm just going to let everybody else do the work for me, well, don't sign up. My biggest pet peeve is people who sign up and do not try. I can't stand that. It's laziness. You signed up for this for a reason. What was the reason why you signed up? That's why we go back to the why. Do you need money? Well, how are you going to make money if you don't post? How are you going to make money if you don't let anybody know that you're selling Plexus? They're never going to know if you don't tell them. So y'all can take whatever you want from that one. You're selling a better life for your customers and your ambassadors. We're selling them the life of feel better, live a better life. We're not God, so we don't know how long someone's going to live, but what if you help somebody not have heartburn? That's something minimal, but for some people it's debilitating. Plantar fasciitis. What if they can walk again? People with neuropathy pain, we can't feel that they have dealt with that for many years. What if you could help them never have that again? Those are things that you need to think about. Change the lives of your first 1 through 3 levels. I don't have a level 4 on my team. We just haven't signed one yet. So I invest in every one of y'all because y'all are my 1 through 3 levels. Anytime any of you message me, it doesn't matter what level you are, I will get back to you and I will help you. It doesn't matter what you ask me. There are tons of leaders who will not do that. They only help their level 1s. That's not who I am. So if you have a level 5, I'm going to help them if they message me. But I expect the same thing from y'all. So when you have your team come to you, I want you to help them as well. Let's see. We're in this to go to the top. I don't know about y'all, but I'm going all the way. I don't care how long it takes me. I'm going all the way, and I want y'all to go with me. So let's do this.
Right there.
Let's go. Let's do this. All right, 6th pillar, connection. Be willing to make connections. Connect with the heart level. Connect with people on an intimate level. Especially your ambassadors. You want them to trust you. You want them to want to come to you. So you need to connect with them. If you're very standoffish, they feel like they can't come to you. And then their business will suffer because everybody needs their upline to be there for them. It doesn't matter what level you are. They feel like they need to have that person that they can talk to when they have a question that they don't know. So they're scared to come to you. They're going to suffer in their business. Love on your people. When your people on your team rank, I don't do gifts until you hit gold. So the first person to hit gold, I'm going to buy you a gift and send it to you because I'd be shelling out tons of money for all you people going silver. But love on your team. Let them know you love them. Send them special gifts or notes in the letter or Christmas time, send them something. Let them know you're thankful for them because without them, you don't have a team. Same thing with customers. For the next 90 days, connect with your new ambassadors or your ambassadors you already have. Push yourself to really connect with them on a different level. Like I said, I'm going to be doing one-on-one Zoom trainings with y'all just because I want to have that intimacy level with y'all and know what you need and what you're looking for in your business so I can actually help you because during the chats it gets lost. And so I need that time with each of y'all. All right, are you consistent with your actions? Are you consistently saying, I take my products, but then you don't? Are you saying I post all the time and then I go look on your Facebook page and see you ain't posted in 5 days? Be honest. People like honesty. Honesty wins. 8th pillar because I only got 1 minute and 45 seconds left. And we already did consistency, but we're going to go again. Actions speak louder than words. Be somebody that, that your customers want. When you were first thinking about Plexus, I know that you might have seen 4 or 5 different people selling Plexus, but you had that one specific person in mind that you're like, you know what, I want to be on their team. I trust them. They seem like I would benefit from them. Well, you need to be that person for other people. So you need to walk the walk and talk the talk. When you're consistent, your 8 pillars all line up. When you focus on all 8, you will rank, you will grow, you will get customers, you will get ambassadors. But when you stray off and you just have one pillar and then the next pillar, but you're not consistent, but you're not nice, and you're not this, then you don't succeed. So I'm going to end with that. Those are the 8 pillars. I hope y'all like them because I loved them. Ask any questions, and if it cuts me off, we can always get back on for questions. So anybody have any questions? I want to stop recording. Hang on.